Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining us here in the charge. Tune into the Market Beast edition. Fellow compositors speaking. OCGN is on the menu today. I have some pretty interesting news for you all. We actually have a newly developed pattern that I'd like for you to explore with me here. We also have a date as a potential lengthy consolidation before the breakout. There's some pretty interesting price targets on this, believe it or not. We're not paid to say this, by the way. Let's get some disclaimers out of the way. Please have a strategy before you enter and exit the markets. We're not paid to say this. I'm not sure if the stock is going to zero. All stocks can go to zero as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, that's a quick disclaimer. So, but I have some really interesting details. We have a potential floor. We do have an overhead target that hopefully we'll get to in before the end of the video. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Loyal subscribers, welcome back. If you're new, consider joining us. Let's dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today's April the 15th, 2021, and the current price of OCGN is going to be $6.48. It's down approximately 6% for the day. Okay. Also, ASMR, interesting analysis, guys. Welcome back. Keep in mind, even when we go over these price targets, okay, these are things that take time. This isn't going to happen overnight. Okay, it's not going to happen next week. I'm not sure if it'll happen next week. Maybe it will, but we typically focus our intention on a potential lengthy amount of time before the move actually happens, if that makes sense. So let's just pull up the lines here. Okay, super simple. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are looking at a descending wedge pattern. Okay, these are pretty bullish patterns. I've actually played this pattern before where, you know, it kind of finds resistance at the top, support at the lower line here. And it appears that the lower line is actually near the $5.55 level. I know, I realize some of you have probably invested at the higher levels when we came out with that video, and it was at like $10. But of course, this is all kind of arbitrary, right? Like some people tell me. So it's not guaranteed this is actually going to play out. I pulled up the 3-day candles because I could see it a little bit better. The level down here, the red line, is going to be $5.04. This is kind of the worst case scenario with the assumption that the buyers have control. Let's all be clear. This market is in an overall downtrend. Okay, the trend is your friend until the end. If you are participating in this stock, you are betting against the trend. Okay, let's be clear about that. Okay. So these aren't like, if you don't have experience participating in markets, guys, and you think you're going to hit that buy button for, you know, $200,000 and become like a multimillionaire, maybe you will. But I mean, if you have weak hands, yeah, it's likely you're going to experience a negative portfolio before you see an increase in your portfolio. So let's all be clear that this market, we're betting against the trend. Okay, the trend is down. Okay. But the important levels, of course, you already have that $5.04 right here at the red line. This market, let's just say that it continues to, I guess, find support at the lower line here and potentially find overhead resistance at some point. As far as I can measure within this pattern, we also have an alternative date, so stick around for that. Within this pattern, assuming that I have my lines correct, we're looking at a potential breakout to the upside or the downside. Sometime just before, or, you know, sometime near May the 21st, 2021. Okay, that kind of takes it over here to this area here, all right? So, of course, you have the levels. I'm not going to give, like, really any overhead, I guess, resistance levels because it varies with time, right? You see it's a descending line, so I already gave you the, this is a developing candle, this 3-day candle. It closes within the next 1 day and 5 hours. So if it continues lower, the level is going to be at about $5.63. Be sure to leave yourself some room if you're going to entertain this as a potential financial advice. I don't recommend you do that. But if you do decide to enter based on what a YouTuber, well, I'm not a YouTuber, that's kind of put me in a box. But if you do decide to base your market entry decision on what a gentleman is saying on a platform, this would be a $5.63, and of course save some room for the wicks, right? It could go lower, right? But there you have it, $5.63, and that only applies to within the next 24 hours, just over 24 hours. Okay, because remember, it's a descending line, so the level changes as the time progresses. Okay, but that's the one level. Okay, and of course the worst case scenario, assuming the buyers have control, 508, 504. Now there's also a red vertical line that you see over here. This line represents a potential lengthy amount of consolidation, because let's just say that I'm incorrect, which is, it appears to happen a lot more often than not nowadays. Let's just say that it's not within this range, this descending falling wedge, or descending broadening wedge pattern. Let's just say it's in a simple sideways consolidation. Assume that it stays above 504, and then we just simply get some, some bouncing up and down within this, large range, right? And that would extend all the way over to, again, November the 5th, 2021 is when we could expect to see some real fireworks in this market, potentially to the upside if the sellers can't get it below 504. I mean, that's pretty simple for me to understand, because remember, if you're new here, the only thing we look at, honestly, is support, resistance, and patterns. Like, that's it. That is it. Okay. And I'm bringing that up to your attention because let's just say the market does continue to like kind of walk down the stairs to get all the investors who bought above $10 kind of nervous, right? And then it kind of continues to consolidate in a very tight range, but it stays above like $5.04. The only thing that's doing is building up the necessary momentum for the buyers to eventually explode to the upside. And the reason that I'm saying that is because if the price can't go down, there's only two other ways for it to go: sideways, right? Or to the upside. It's simple. Okay. So that was a level that I was able to identify as a very important level, guys. 504. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. Again, we're not invested just yet, but we are looking to invest in this stock. And I guess I'll give you the overhead target as, guys, I truly think that if this market can have a sufficient amount of consolidation, it will likely reach some very extreme price targets overhead. I just don't know how long it would have to consolidate in order to reach those targets. But let me just go ahead and give you that target. The overhead target is close to $50. Yes. Okay. And this was all done through technical data. Interesting analysis, guys. I don't know what this is. How do you pronounce it? Ocgn, something like that. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Right. So that's the price target, just under like between like $44 and like $50. Okay. That's the potential target overhead with the assumption that 504 can hold as support. Let's do a really quick measurement. So you're talking about a 600% move to the upside, even as high as $50, like 660% to the upside. So hopefully we'll have a link for that video. It's not clickbait. I realize it's clickbaity-ish, but these are strategic numbers, guys. They're never pulled just from the sky. If they don't play out, that's fine. I'm okay with being incorrect about it, but that's pretty much it, guys. You have the levels overhead. You have the length amount of time. Let's just say the sideways consolidation. No, actually, I don't want to do that because it's still within this pattern. So let's take it one step at a time. You have the lower level below the price within the next 24 hours. Okay, that's the only level that you need to understand. If it moves down within the next 24 hours, just over 24 and 5 hours. Okay, 29 hours. I guess I should just say that. All right, so that means the market is trying to find support within this pattern. And that's pretty much all I have. Hopefully we can give you guys an update every so often because, we're definitely interested in investing in this market. Actually, today looks like a beautiful day to enter on a beautiful down day. This is a really, really nice down day. So that's it, guys. Take care of yourselves. We're going to talk soon. Again, we're going to update you as necessary. Also, if you're new, before you go, we'd like to send you alternative markets. We go over that, Bitcoin and altcoins. So, of course, subscribe, and we'll send you that. Okay. So remember to execute your strategies. That's required now on the channel. Please check to see if you are subscribed. If you are, definitely you have to have a strategy moving forward, guys. A couple changes going on around here. We definitely don't want people gambling in these markets, guys. I don't like to see people lose money. Okay. So thank you for having a strategy, and thank you for being a part of this interesting community here. And it is Napoleon Macro. I'll take care of yourselves. We're going to talk soon, and bye for now, guys.